CEX game market was fun, but the CEXs around the area also proved to be quite fruitful. Let's see what we picked up. Welcome to PS2 Minigames.
In the YouTube video creation system, creators are represented by two separate, yet equally important groups. The ones who use their footage in videos, and the ones who accidentally delete it all. This is his story.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of PS2 Minigames, and the crowd goes mild. Yeah. But seriously, welcome to PS2 Minigames. Now, as you know, the gaming market went rather well for me on a personal level and obviously gaming level. But the CEXs actually had games for the PS2 I needed. I know, it's been a fucking while. Now, as you know, we are getting dangerously close to 2,000 PS2 Minigames. There is roughly 2330. I'm going to splice in the actual official number on my spreadsheet into the video somewhere here to tell you how much we're supposed to be aiming for. Now, take away the SingStar foreign games, the Buzz foreign games, and all the football club games that are also foreign. That number's like 50 less than that. So imagine all the expensive stuff we haven't found yet. There isn't actually that many like cheapish games to find at a CEX. Now, truth be told, there are still quite a few we can roulette, and we will be doing it over the year to get rid of all the cheap stuff. But there's still a good 50 plus games that is not in stock at CEX, or they just don't sell. They're going to be the pissers. They're going to be the ones that it's going to be very hard to find. Which makes me sad, because obviously the bundle I was going to buy from a friend of the channel, which was going to be my biggest spend ever, is not going to happen anymore because obviously the car issues. That had a lot of those games on it, and a lot of Indian exclusives. So it was a colossal pisser that it's not going to happen. But life can be really shitty sometimes. Anyway, I hope everyone is well. I'm in a reasonably good mood at the moment. Still need to sort a lot of things out. Need to start dieting again. Still the same weight when I stopped dieting, but it's been about a month. My morale's got to a good place again. I can easily lose more weight, and it's time to start doing that. So Diet Part 2 will begin very shortly, probably before the gaming market. What gaming market do you mean, Adam? Long story short, I got a text from Gary, he's obviously a friend in real life, friend of the channel, and he just happened to mention that on the 25th of May, which is a bank holiday by the way, there is another Norwich retro gaming market. Now, Norwich seems to be quite the hotbed for retro gaming these days. In the last 5 months alone, we've had 3 gaming markets, including the one coming up. We've had OLL, which is just a one-day gaming event, including gaming market inside. I missed a debug event, which is, for those who don't understand what debug is, that's like another gaming retro event. I missed that. And the weekend of the Bank Holiday Monday is the Norwich Gaming Festival, which is like a 3-day event celebrating everything computer gaming, from making them to that stuff. It's become quite popular in Norwich. Norwich is a hotbed for retro gaming, which is kind of good, considering I don't live that far fucking away from there. So it's kind of the coming up Millhouse at the moment for the channel, because I do love gaming markets, and we're actually going to hit 2 up in the same fucking month. I know. Shocking. Sorry, that was cringe, but I don't care. I don't care.
Where'd he go?
For those who watched the Nintendo 64 tier list with all the games I've played, thank you for that. I enjoyed making an episode. I like the popcorn episodes occasionally. They're chill episodes. I give my opinion. I'm going to do it maybe once a month at maximum. I want to do it with PS2 games, but problem is, there's got to be games I've played. And I've got a lot of them, but there's still a lot of games I haven't played yet. Two, I've got to give honest answers. So if you ever do RPGs, I've got to be honest about it, because I did a list about 3 years ago for RPGs. I might update it about it, because there's a lot of RPGs I've now played. Racing games, I could do that too, because there's a lot of good racing games on the PS2. But I've got to do research, actually play certain games, and get back into the feel. So I will do more tier lists, but it's not going to be a common thing. The one thing I haven't done in a long time is compare CEX prices, rarity prices. It's been months since I've done that. And in the past, they've actually proved to be my most popular videos. Problem with this, I'm out of touch with CEX pricing. I need to get back into it, but everything's gone up pretty much. So it's a pisser, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, as you've seen in the video earlier, hopefully if I can edit a fucking video very well. Give me a lot of language this one, sadly. I apologise for that, but I'm just flowing with it. For those who actually watched the footage from CEXs, hopefully in this video too, we went to about 4 CEXs. Obviously the one in Milton, Keynes, which we went to before the market. Both Northampton ones, the one in the centre of the city, which is a piss to get to, and not that great. The one in the mall, which is quite fun, but wasn't that fruitful for me. And we went back to the hotbed that is Bedford. Bedford's an interesting town, we'll just leave it at that. But things did happen at these CEXs. I did buy from 3 of the 4. The other one I trade some games in so I can pay for something later on at Bedford. But the funniest part of the day for me, on a personal level, was going to Northampton. It's at Western Favell Mall. That holds the newer, better CEX. And bearing in mind, when we went to this gaming market, it was only days after the horrific incident in London, the terrorist incident where 2 Jewish people got stabbed. So obviously terrorist levels were increased to severe. So security was we're told to be very alert for anyone who looks suspicious. So anyway, I'm in the mall. I have the PlayStation rucksack on my chest. I'm recording with my phone, right? I walk in the CEX, I'm recording, right? Bear in mind, Dan is next to me, Dan and Games Man. He's doing the same thing. He hasn't got a rucksack. Security come up to me. And they go, guys, why are you filming? Just got to double check, what is this for? And I immediately just went, YouTube? And they go, oh, that's great. That's all good. We just got to check, obviously, the security level's gone up. We've just got to check. And I don't think much of it until like 2 minutes later, when I realised, my God, they thought I could have been a terrorist. And it's like, it's not a funny thing, but it's not very often you get like that guy could be a terrorist. He's got a PS1 rucksack in his chest. He's recording. Clearly, terrorist efforts are happening here. First of all, if I'm going to blow a place up, I'm not going to blow up CEX. That seems a bit uncouth. Second of all, I'm never going to blow anything up. I'm about the least terrorist threat there can be. But what concerns me even more is that all it took was the mention YouTube for them to go, okay, that's fine. What if I was a terrorist? What if I actually was a terrorist and I just used YouTube and the security just like, okay, that's fine. I could have blown up that mall. Just putting it out there, I could have blown up that mall. Just bit concerning when the security got literally the security who could have been on the stuff and it could have been a real terrorist. Calm down after I mentioned YouTube. Just a bit concerning with that. But anyway, yes, mark it off the bucket list. 2 security guards thought I could have been a terrorist. Interesting stuff, because as once again, terrorists always do recordings in CEX. I've got to record games. These games, I'm gonna blow these games up. It's not real. It's not fun, to be honest. It was strange and concerning that they just mentioned YouTube to get security to calm down and just like say that's fine. I said I could have been a terrorist. What makes it even weirder, I think Dan was recording the conversation. That's how it literally went. So anyway, gladly know now I'm not a terrorist and I never will be a terrorist. And obviously, it's good that security are doing their jobs after the incident in London. But I do find that it was too easy to convince them I wasn't a terrorist. Just saying. Anyway, let's move on to the games. Obviously, we're now into May, so for some of those who love gardening, including me, it's gardening season. It's hard, it's intense, it's a lot of effort, a lot of physical labour. Sometimes I wonder why I chose the hobby of gardening, because it's just intense. It can get really hurtful. Your knees start to hurt you. And after a while you go, why am I doing this? And then you really see trees blossom, you see birds enjoy themselves. You go, you know what? I understand. Break up some cider, Cottonberg for me on a personal level, and enjoy yourself, and then you realise, my God, I am one with nature. In all seriousness, I love nature. I love animals. While in college, I studied animal care, got a distinction in animal care, distinction in farm animals. Did absolutely nothing with that and did a different job. But I still have that diploma, so in theory I could go to university and study like animal science or animal veterinary science. But the problem is, I've forgotten so much, I probably needed to go do the course again. On a serious side now, which pets are better, dogs or cats? Dogs are better for like social side of it, because dogs really are pets, they depend on you greatly. Whereas cats can be antisocial, leave you alone, but they can give you the joys of snuggles and cuddles occasionally. So cats are less pets than dogs, but dogs I think are more fulfilling, especially when you walk them. I don't know why I decided to say that, but yeah, dogs over cats, but I love both of them. There's no animals I don't dislike. Maybe spiders, but if spiders leave you alone, you leave them alone, they're cool. Let's get into the hotbed that is the CEX collection here. I managed to get 5 PS2 games I didn't own from CEXs. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but considering where we are right now, that was quite good going. And it's been a while since I bought 5 PS2 games from CEXs in one day. It's been a while. But one of the main things I bought, and one of the main things I was looking forward to, was getting the final normal colour N64 controller. We now have the green one. So I now have all the basic N64 colour controllers. Just need to get the luxury ones, like the see-through one, which I could have got boxed for an exorbitant amount of money, but I chose not to because I'm almost certain I can get it for cheaper somewhere else. But yes, green was the colour I was missing. So obviously we now got yellow, blue, green, red, grey, black and gold. 7 colours. There's more of them out there, but I now need to get stands for them for the other room so I can actually display them properly. Obviously, by the way, I will be going back to IKEA soon when I get the moment. Problem with Norwich IKEA is it's the smallest one, and most of the Billy Book items I want to, they don't stock, so you have to order them in. It takes a week for them to get to Norwich, then I can go there and pick them up. So I've got a plan ahead. But being I've got about £65 to £70 in IKEA vouchers at the moment, it should be good. And once again, I am going to get 2 more Billy Book cases of good size and the corner case. I'm going to try and do that, which means I'm going to not so much knock down, but remove the big case in the corner there, which I showed you about a week and a half ago. It'll be the first time I'm going to put PS2 games on a Billy bookshelf, and I'm going to see if actually it makes sense and does. Hang on a bit. Because they're going to be taller, I should really get more on a case, save more space, and then I can actually seriously consider putting everything in this room, including the N64. Give it its own little corner. So you look over here, you see like white cases in the corner, you got all bright colours of the N64. That's the plan. So anyway, with N64, it's a secondary collection, but I do enjoy collecting for that just as much as the PS2 stuff. And it cheers me up, so what's the harm? Anyway, let's actually get to the PS2 games, and there's some interesting ones here. I'm going to try and specify which games I got from which store, but to be honest, some of these games I probably can't remember. And some of these games came in horrific condition. By the way, I mean case-wise, not disc-wise. The first one was the one we got from Bedford, along with the N64 controller. It has the manual, the disc is in good condition, but as you can see, Eagle Eye Golf case is in horrific condition, to which I checked and I was like, well, the disc is fine, the manual's fine, I have about 100 free cases. I'm just going to swap the case, and the inlay seems to be in good condition. So, yeah, good stuff. But yeah, that's an interesting case to sell by a CEX. Ha! Anyway, Eagle Eye Golf's one of those golf games that is actually shockingly hard to find, but super cheap, only £2. So, no harm done. Very happy to have Eagle Eye Golf in the collection. Second game was a game that really I should have in the collection by now, but it's one of those games where you assume you have it, so you never buy it. And it's one of those games that's not common, but it was hip at the time, and that's EJ Club World. I'm stunned this has not been part of the collection until now. It's a very common game to find at CEX. Just when you scroll the collection, you just look through it on the camera. Sometimes you go, I've got that, but you do miss these. And my list is quite thorough, and I track it occasionally, but for some reason, this is one of those games where it just slipped through the net. But luckily for me, it's a game that I need. Obviously, manual is fantastic in the disc as well. And it's reasonably common game to find. Only £1. Literally the cheapest the PS2 game can be at a CEX. That's how common it is. I didn't read the back of the golf game because it's a golf game, but we'll do it with this one. Make your own hit without any musical training in a matter of minutes. 8 world-class clubs and locations are waiting for you, each with a different and current music style for your creative... Good Lord, I was doing so well. Your creative side. With help given to you along the way by DJ Carl Cox. Before you ask, don't know who that is. You can be sure that the crowd in your club world will be jumping. And that is jumping without a G. Oh, good Lord. Make music from house, hip-hop, trance, ambient, drum and bass, acid and electro, reggae and techno styles. So it's your basic make music on a PS2. These were mildly popular in the late 90s, 2000s, these kind of games. I had one for PS1 where you can make your own music with bass and shit. For those of you who are creative, you could have made some real good sounding music. I don't really care for this kind of stuff, but it's in fantastic condition for what it is. It's a £1 game. I'm sure I had a good time back in the day, and it's part of the collection. And let's get on to some games where people might want to play them. The next one is a LucasArts game that's rather cheap, which tells me it wasn't a good game. RTX Red Rock. Once again, £2 game. This wasn't actually that easy to find. It's not a common game for some reason. I know nothing of this game, so I'll read the back of it just for funsies. Welcome to the battlefield of the future, set in the year of 2103. Mars needs you. What is humanity's obsession with going to fucking Mars? I've never understood or grasped it, why Mars is the place where we're going to go. Anyway, your wheeler... Good Lord, this is poorly written, and this is a LucasArts game. Your wheeler... A biomechanically enhanced soldier trained to wage a one-man war. Your equipment, an arsenal built into your steel arm, an electric eye, and a robotic sidekick named Iris. You're going to need them. Alien invaders have overrun your colony on Mars and we're sending you to stop them. Your mission, save the future. Well, surely if you're going to save anyone, like, you're saving the future. Like, any kind of, like, problem when you've got a job to stop the baddies, you're technically saving the future. So, maybe I'm being a bit pedantic, but that seems a bit silly when you write it down. It's like, you say, I mean, nearly any film, like, start Die Hard. John McClane technically saves the future of that building. It's stuff like that. Anyway, we'll keep going. Weapons include grenade launcher, handgun, grappling hook, plasma torch, and your synthetic arm has it all. So this is Bionic Commando. Kinda. I'll be honest, it doesn't look that brilliant. Doesn't sound that brilliant. But I bet it's one of those games where it played rather well. Obviously manual and disc with it too. Disc is in interesting condition, but I'm sure it was going to play. One of those games I needed. I will obviously splice some footage in and try and get some more information on this. But it's a LucasArts game, so it's probably going to be made better than most. Penultimate game is one of those games, once again, which you would have thought, you know, it's quite easy to find. No. For some reason, off-road, wide open, was not easy to find. Obviously, it's a racing game with 4x4s. I mean, that should be somewhat self-evident at this point. Off-road, wide open, get out the beaten tracks. A new racing style. What, off-roading's new racing style? No. Off-road wide open is a go-anywhere world to race. That's not new. Complete off-road experience. Single race. Career race. Free roam mode. And dare I say multiplayer. The 16 toughest tracks ever. Calm down, off-road. Highly detailed and official licensed 4x4s from Europe, the famous Mercedes ML430. So famous, I never fucking heard of it. And from the US, the AM General Hummer. I mean, I know what a Hummer is. Jeep Wrangler, Ford Bronco, and more. These are all American cars. We don't get those cars in Britain. If we did, they weren't common. The most beautiful places with more than 27 tracks. Utah, California and Big Island, Hawaii includes specific hazards like rock slides, waterfalls, and volcanoes. So this is an American game made by Americans for Americans. I understand why it doesn't sell very well over here. But it does have Metallica in the soundtrack. There's some brownie points there, surely. But this probably doesn't play well. By the way, highly detailed vehicles. This came after Gran Turismo 3. Now, Gran Turismo 3 by modern day standards are not high detailed, but by those standards, it was. This, once again, is in interesting condition, but I can save that. I can save that disc. I can get rid of that ring. This needs to go for a clean. It needs to give it a good clean. Manual, obviously, in fantastic condition. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. Black case is interesting. I hate black cases. I can change it to blue if I have to. Another unique game that I did not want, but I needed for the collection. There's got to be I've bought some real shit games for this collection. That's the whole gimmick, getting a full collection. But one day I have to go through the collection one by one and roughly calculate what games I would call cash-ins. Or what games that I would, just were made to make a quick buck. And they're technically all games are made them here to make money. But some games, you can tell, they didn't put any effort into. And I have to do a list one day of the games that's probably the least effort on the PS2. The last game was actually a game, once again, I thought I owned, but I actually only owned one of them. This is the second and last one. Or it's the first one. £12 game, so the most expensive game out of the 5 so far. And probably the best game, made by Midway before they went bankrupt. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Now, this game looks... This game looks unique for me. Not unique. I actually think I could play this game. I'll give it that one. Obviously made by Midway before they went under, so it's going to be made reasonably well, he says very tentatively. The artwork seems pretty good. Not much text in the back, by the way. We'll go through it. 4-player cooperative action. Choose to be a warrior, Valkyria, wizard, jester, dwarf, sorceress, archer, or knight, and battle the enemy with your friends. 4-player on the PS2. Now, I'm assuming either you got the extension which gives you 4 plug-in controllers, which I had that when I was a boy, or you had, is it an internet game? This could be an internet game. I doubt it though. No, it doesn't say it's got internet capability. Yeah, it's a multi-tap game. You had to get the multi-tap to play 4-player. Bastards. People criticising N64. That had 4 controller ports. Fuck you, PS2. I cannot believe what I said there. 8 magical realms. Let's say that again. Remix. 8 magical realms. Adventure through numerous mystical lands, including sky and dream worlds. Advanced combat. Perform advanced attack combo moves that will enable you to decimate hordes of enemies. Countless special items. Fill your arsenal with magical potions, power-packed weapons, magical shields, and other special items as you transverse each level. You know what? I'm going to play it. I have played Dungeons & Dragons in real life in the past. This feels very D&D-like kind of thing. Very enjoyable game. Disc and manual in very good condition. Well, I say very good. That disc is... To be fair, not one disc today has been fantastic. They've been good at best. But once again, these games are needed for the collection, and I must sometimes sacrifice slight quality for games that actually go to play. Well, fuck me. So 5 games. 4 of them I probably would have bought when I was a child. 1 of them might have made the list. We're now on 1979. We're getting to the 1980s. Interesting decade. Thatcher would become Prime Minister and fuck most of the country. But besides that, it was an interesting decade. Oh, good lord. Hold, play sports, hold. Oh, good lord. Oh, shit. Considering I was going for a patch of buying nothing, we've gotten like 10 plus PS2 games in the last 2 weeks. That's actually good going. Bearing in mind that I have 10 plus held over by Gary Rarities. One of them a very expensive game, by the way. We're getting biblically close to 2,000. It's going to happen by the end of June, or maybe even earlier. Depending on the gamer market, count by the end of May. Theoretically. So future episodes, there'll be another CEX roulette coming up this month. I still have leftover voucher money, so I could do 2 again. Gamer market on the 20th of May. I will be going to that one. do love me in Norwich Retro Game Market. Other things in the future, obviously, when I go to IKEA, I will record that and I'll show the building process this time, because a lot of people don't like IKEA Billy bookshelves, and they're not brilliant, but they're just perfect for holding games. I wouldn't use them for anything else because they don't look like that strong, but for holding like computer games, they are fantastic. That's why I go there. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Please comment and subscribe. I need to do more shorts. I keep forgetting to do some shorts. You got to be in the mood and the groove to do some shorts, and you got to do it in less than 3 minutes. It might sound easy. It's fucking not. Getting everything information-wise in a short for 3 minutes, I'm still not used to, and I need to do more of that, so I need to try harder. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.